So hello everyone, this is my project that I'd like to present to you today for the project that I've been doing on whilst working at Bury Council and also going to Street Games apprenticeship. So the project that I sort of run at my job, one of them I do, is early years mini gymnastics, which is to sort of give an overview of it. It's two sessions that run every Thursday morning at a local leisure centre, which is Ratcliffe Leisure Centre. There's two sessions, so one's aimed at sort of crawling to like 3-year-olds, and the other one's from like 3 to 5-year-olds. So these run every Thursday morning during term time. It's great sessions to help develop confidence and sort of free play, and help develop that strength and balance and sort of for young children and stuff like that. So I was given this project to sort of run when I first started my job. It's the sort of first thing I sort of took over and started doing. So I'm just going to talk about it today, and if you've got any questions, anything you'd like to ask, just ask away. It's fine, don't worry. So going on to my first slide now, is some of the obstacles that I faced whilst running the projects. To this day, I'm obviously still running it, but these are some of the main ones I'd like to talk about, and what were sort of problems that I faced whilst doing it. So the first one is sort of the attendance during the first couple of months. So when I first started, when I took over the sort of project, we were getting roughly between 2 and 3 people across both sessions. So obviously with this project being funded by the council, because we have to pay for like coaching costs and equipment costs and stuff like that, with 2 to 3 people coming, it didn't mean that it was actually covering our costs. For example, paying the coach and stuff like that, the money that we gained wouldn't then cover that. We needed like 6 to 7 people to sort of attend. So six would be basically, we was just breaking even, like it'd be running just at a neutral sort of thing. But then anything over six would be profit, which is great. So that was obviously an obstacle in that, like, it couldn't carry on just having 2 to 3 people. We need to change something. We need to sort of improve something. And then the second obstacle that I faced whilst doing it is during the project, about 6 months in, when things started to pick up, was getting good attendances and stuff like that. I was sort of told that the current venue that we used and where it was hosted, the gymnastics, wouldn't be able to carry on being used, as it was getting taken apart for office refurbishment, for new office space and stuff like that. So this is obviously an obstacle, because we needed to sort of wonder how we was going to implement this into a different place. Would there be enough like storage room for equipment? Could people was the transport links to get to a new place? Would our loyal customers that have been coming to the session be okay with changing like to a different venue? So obviously I had to do a lot of research into this and find out what we'd sort of do. So that's the main obstacles that I faced. Going into the solutions now, the solutions for attendance and how I'd sort of want more people to come is that I led like a big marketing push. So this was done through like knowing my stuff about social media, so creating Twitter accounts and Facebook accounts where I'd be publishing like our sessions like "Hey come," using hashtags, stuff like that. Obviously this was great, because then it would obviously push for more people to try and come, and then obviously stuff like leaflets, spending money, that when sessions started to pick up, the profit was sort of there, so I'd then use this profit, put it back into the system sort of thing. So by getting leaflets and flyers and stuff like that, so people could see our sessions more when they're out and about. And finally I sort of changed the sort of pricing structure. So we started off at charging £5 the sort of entry. I then changed this to keep it as £5, but offer a free sort of adult and child swim that can be used up to a week after you purchase the ticket. So this can be used at any three of our leisure centres that we have, so Ratcliffe, Bury and Ramsbottom. So this offers something else. So it's great value in my opinion, that you get a free sort of a gymnastics session and a free sort of swimming session that can be used up to a week after. I think that's great value for money in my opinion. Also I brought in a bring a sort of friend for free sort of system, so you could sort of bring a mate. If it's the first session, they could come for free. As well as I had the bring like, so childminder. If you was a childminder, you could sort of bring like multiple like children, if you're looking after multiple children, for half the price. So I feel like that could sort of broaden our market and who sort of target the sessions for. So that's how the sessions I wanted to sort of go about increasing the attendance. Going on to the solution for the venue getting it taken away, the main solution was sort of just generally speaking to the customers on what they wanted. So obviously I put it out saying, unfortunately, we won't be able to run the sessions on here anymore. Where would you like to see the sessions being taken in the future? Have you got any suggestions of a venue which you think would be really good, where we could sort of host the sessions? Developing on from that, we also did like a quick questionnaire, some questions like, what do you think is important? Do you think it's the sort of size, the transport links, and sort of that way through putting them questions out there, we was able to like sort of pin down sort of like 3 main locations that we might then take this take this project to. So it's just mainly asking the customers what their sort of opinion was on what they'd like to do, and yeah, it was really important for that, and I feel like it worked really well. Moving on to the implementation plan. Sorry. So the implementation plan for the attendance numbers was sort of closely sort of viewing the sort of people that were coming to the session. So our service, the Live Well service in Bury, we have a Live Well performance data sort of thing that we upload our data to. So it was keeping a close eye on that, on target numbers, and making sure that it was hitting at least 6 people coming, if not more. If we got more, that was great. We're just keeping a close eye on that and recording the data weekly to sort of view the tracking. And on the spreadsheet, sort of, it has like graphs and stuff like that. So over time, you could see that it was great and it was progressing. That over time, there's more people attending the sessions, which is great and which we want to see. So the implementation plan on the venue. So after I said I'd done the questionnaire, I then took all these questionnaires into sort of, I broke down the data to see what I could sort of work out from them and what people wanted and stuff like that. So then it left me, like I said before, it left me with 3 possible venues. What we did then is, so from them 3 venues, we had a trial period. So we had 3 weeks where we went to each venue as a group and sort of took down areas of like weaknesses and areas of improvement, what we enjoyed from the session, and what we'd sort of like to see in the what were the, like I said, what were the strengths and weaknesses of the session, the venue, which was great. And then obviously I took everyone's view in like a poll. So I did like a poll, like a voting poll, like it says on there. Like, so vote for your favourite session now, and then that's how we came up with our overall venue that we'd like to go for. Moving on to achievements. So after the solutions were sort of met for the obstacles and we followed the implementations and stuff like that, we was able to achieve some really good achievements in my opinion. So starting off with the attendance numbers, at this current moment in time before COVID-19, roughly was easily reaching 12 to 15 attendings across both sessions, which is an improvement from like 10 from this time last year, which is great. Our highest to the date is 17 attendings. We had 1 week, which is really great. Obviously, this is great for 2 reasons. One of the reasons is being linking towards a very sort of live well service goals, which is start well, live well, age well. So obviously, because these children that are coming are young, it sort of links into the start well. So these children that are attending are starting well in life. They're coming to sessions, they're exercising, they develop balance, coordination, strength, which is great. Furthermore, because we're starting to make a great profit now, we can then invest this money back into the sort of project. So this could be through like improving the sort of the equipment we have, as well as maybe putting other sessions on so we can cover more coaching costs more easily and stuff like that. So obviously, getting the attendance numbers up was great and had a massive benefit, and obviously the achievements show that. So then moving on to the new venue, after we picked the new venue, I feel like the achievements were shown by our loyal customers still coming and turning up to the new sessions at a different location. Moving away from that, we also had new people from the area that we then situated to, which was Ratcliffe, coming to the sessions, which is great because Ratcliffe, as you might know, is quite a low demographic background. So if they're coming to the sessions, sort of starting well, as I was saying, it's really great. So yeah. And finally, moving on to my independent evaluation. Overall evaluation of the year's gymnastics session. With this being my first ever job and like project that I had to run, I was obviously a bit nervous at the start. Like it was a new sort of like learning sort of thing, and I had to take on a lot of information and process it. So I was a bit nervous at the start. However, looking back on it, almost a year and a half later now, I'd like to say that I am like really proud of what I've achieved and how I've grown the session. I think it's great, and it does sort of fill you with pride. And I'm like obviously really like buzzing, and I can't wait to continue it and do new projects in the future. Also, I feel like I've learned a lot, like learned like skills and negotiating, like customer feedback and stuff like that I can then take into projects in the future, which is great. I feel like the obstacles were like, looking back at it now, at the time I thought, oh, it's quite annoying this, but looking back at it now, it's obviously a great thing that happened because I can then sort of know that in future projects it's not going to run smoothly. There will be obstacles that need to be tackled, and it sort of helps you. And then overall, just I've really enjoyed running the project, and I can't wait to do future projects in the future. So I'd like to thank you for your time today, and if you've got any questions about anything I talked about, please let me know. But yeah, I'd like to say that I've really enjoyed running the projects, and thank you for your time today.